It's a good question. I'd say just, you know, it's now a part of my life. Initially, I swore there's no way I could do this for a year because my treatment is a year, and my wife's treatment is about 6 months. And I just thought the first few weeks, there's just no way. I was feeling claustrophobic. My teeth were actually feeling claustrophobic, if you can believe it or not. But it's just a part of my life now. I make sure I take him out when I need to eat. Sometimes I skip a few hours before I put him back in, which I just have to make up. You're not allowed to, move on to a tray until your teeth have shifted. And at this point, they have. And so, again, it's just kind of an extension of what I do on a daily basis. Okay, there is one thing, and it kind of stems back to a previous question in the video that we did for the first few weeks. And that is drinking certain things will totally stain the trays. And of course, if you stain your trays, then your teeth start looking that color. So drinking beer, believe it or not, stains the trays. In fact, the first tray and the second tray that I used, they're like almost brownie. Not brown, but they're tan. So it's kind of gross, if your teeth look like they're dirty. So you have to be careful with that, and that's something I've learned. I just don't drink anything but water anymore. It took me the first 2 or 3 trays to get there, but now that I'm into kind of the next main step of trays, it's a lot easier to just know that I have my Invisalign in, I'm just going to be drinking water. And not even lemon water, but water. Yeah, definitely, because we both have to do it, and we're both having to remind each other constantly. Do you have your tray in? Oh, I don't have my tray in. And the best part about it is actually, if we skip a day, we typically end up skipping that day together. Dr. Suzuki would hate to hear this, but he knows that we end up skipping days, and we have to make that up later. So instead of having our tray on for 2 weeks, we'll have it on for 2 weeks and a day. But doing that with my wife has been way easier because of that constant reminding, and accountability, I'd say, is the biggest thing. There's been some pretty dramatic changes at this point. For the first few trays, not so much, but now, major changes. My snaggletooth, especially here, is basically going away. My top teeth are becoming quite flush, and my bottom row of teeth are starting to shift into actual straight teeth. So it's almost like their journey is now going to be to seat back in correctly, because they were, twisted and quite gnarly. And that's due to actually in the third tray, we got these grippers put onto our teeth. And they're like an extension of our teeth at this point. But we had to go in for just really quick procedure. Dr. Suzuki puts on these basically like filling material, and then hardens it with a special light. So I have 3 up here, and 3 over here, and then again there's 6 down at the bottom. So when we put in these new trays, they start to grip your teeth and turn them if need be, or move them out. It's really bizarre, and I will have to say that it takes quite a bit of time to get used to that. You can feel them like on your gums or on the inside of your lips, and your tongue's constantly feeling them. So you have to get used to that. But my teeth are changing, and obviously due to that new kind of forced pressure and ability to move the teeth. So there's a lot of great changes happening at this point, and I'm excited for the next 3 sets of trays to see just how my bottom teeth really move.